We'll now go on another break. When we return, the news continues. Stay with us.
All bets on sports. What is fair? Huge winnings. What is fair? High odds. What is fair? Fast pay. What is fair? What is fair? Bookmaker Company.
Thank you for staying with us. Mixed reactions have continued to trail the federal government's introduction of a 15% import tariff on petrol and diesel. While the government insists that the move is necessary to boost local refining and strengthening the economy, many Nigerians are worried about potential rise in fuel prices and the cost of living. Blessing Obi reports.
Nigerians' fuel market has depended heavily on imports for decades, a situation that has stalled the growth of local refineries and drained national resources, according to a petroleum import trend report from the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. The country imported an average of 26.75 million liters of petrol daily between January and September 2025. To reverse this trend, President Bola Tinubu approved a 15% tariff on imported petrol and diesel under what government terms a market response framework. The objective is set to stimulate local refining, enhance revenue, and stabilize the downstream sector. Energy analysts say the policy could be a game changer that will protect the local industry and create jobs, especially if backed by strong regulatory frameworks and incentives for private refining operators.
And people that invested their money in the country do not have anything with them. Then again, I think also it might again increase the price of the petroleum product.
But there is also skepticism. Some petrol marketers and citizens fear the tariff will be passed down to consumers, resulting in higher pump prices and further economic strain for households already battling inflation.
We all know the impact of the removal in subsidy of fuel products in the last 2.5 years have been on the general income and economy of the country. I will just appeal to the government to remain in their policy and their policy trust. People are already growing. Even businesses have not recovered from the impact of the removal of subsidy. And bringing this at this time will further, put more pressure on the disposable income of common people and even for businesses.
The problem that we are going to have is how the government able to relate with the society, the community, how we are going to be a beneficiary of all that. From our side, anybody that work with government, we have been paying the tax, indirect or direct. But now that we want to get down to the everybody that work and another, from there, just how to increase the revenue of the country.
Experts are urging government to balance the tariff with measures such as low interest financing for local refiners, transparent pricing, and palliatives for vulnerable citizens to cushion the impact. As implementation is expected to begin next year, many Nigerians are watching closely. Will the tariff trigger the long-awaited shift to energy independence, or will it deepen the burden on the masses in short term? Only time will tell. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
To security now, the killing of 3 farmers in Igbatoro, Akure North local government area of Ondo State has continued to send shockwaves through the community. But in a swift response, the Ondo State Security Network Agency, Amotekun, has apprehended suspects believed to be connected to the crime, including one in military camouflage and another accused of aiding kidnappers. Joy Pius reports.
The brutal murder of 3 farmers in Igbatoro left residents with fear and uncertainty. But days after the incident, the Amotekun Corps said it has made a breakthrough in unraveling the killer's network. One of the key suspects paraded is a man found in military camouflage near the scene of the crime. Another, identified as Promise Etok, is alleged to have acted as a spy, feeding information to kidnappers operating in the area.
We were able to arrest a spy whose main assignment is to notify the kidnappers once Amotekun men are coming, knowing fully well that after such dastardly acts, Amotekun will move in. But we arrested him. We equally have somebody arrested in the vicinity in a military camouflage. This will be handed over to the military to find out how it comes about the military camouflage.
Amotekun Commander Adetunji Adeleye says the arrests are part of a coordinated operation to restore peace in the troubled community. He also disclosed the dismantling of a criminal syndicate accused of stealing and vandalizing government property. Recovered items include tricycles, gas cutting tools, and damaged public infrastructure.
We were able to arrest a syndicate that had consistently been vandalizing state government machineries. You can see some of the caterpillar parts, caterpillar engines, tires, and so on.
In addition, 22 illegal migrants from Benin Republic and Togo were detained for failing to provide valid documents. Adeleye confirmed that they will be handed over to the Nigeria Immigration Service for processing. He assured the people of Ondo State of the Corps' renewed commitment to making every community safe, saying there will be no hiding place for criminals, regardless of origin. As investigations continue into the murder of the 3 farmers, residents of Ala Igbatoro and the wider Ondo State community are watching closely, hoping justice will be served and peace fully restored. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
Moving on to the foreign scene, Zoran Mamdani has won the race to lead the largest city in the United States. It was projected late on Tuesday, soon after polls closed in a heated contest that grabbed the world's attention. The victory on Sunday beckons in history for the city of more than 8.4 million people, an economic and cultural powerhouse with international significance. Democratic candidate Zoran Mamdani has been elected as New York's next mayor. The 34-year-old defeated state governor Andrew Ku and Republican candidate Curtis Lewa, and Dani will be the city's first Muslim mayor after overcoming long odds against the favored Ko in the Democratic primary race this summer. To end the news tonight, here again are the major stories. We told you that the federal government has commended the Aiyedatiwa administration for its strides in the education sector. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa gave the commendation during a visit to the governor at the government house in Akure. We also told you that Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has signed a $50 billion deal with investors for the setting up of Ondo Refinery and Free Trade Zone. The governor noted that his administration remains receptive to partnerships that would engender overall development of the state. And lastly, he heard that the Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has set up a 6-man committee to reconcile warring factions in the party towards forming a common front ahead its national convention bill to hold in Ibadan. The committee is chaired by Ambassador Hassan Adamu. And that's the news tonight. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Good evening.